I'm speaking today with Melvin, who is the CEO of DBS Bank in China. He's the winner of the Asian Banker's Promising Young Banker Award for having achieved great success before the age of 40. We're going to ask Melvin a little bit about how he achieved his success and also more about his role and what he sees happening for DBS in China. Hi Melvin, thanks for speaking to us today and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Peter, for having me here.
Great. I just want to get into maybe some of the reasons why you won the award. Of course, you've clearly come a lot further than a lot of your peers. What do you sort of, how do you sort of define yourself as a leader, and what sort of drives you to achieve success?
I think having an interest in what I do is very important, and so you find that I work pretty long hours. Usually, I think on average I clock, I guess, anywhere between 16 to 18 hours a day. So having a keen interest in what I do, having a determination to make a difference to not just the organization, but more importantly to the people around you, working with you and for you, that's actually quite key. Particularly in banking, which is really a service industry. The way I look at it is my success today is really a function of the success of my team and how I gather the team together, how I pick the people, how I really focus on their strengths and building on that rather than looking at weaknesses.
What about the mentorship? Because I mean, certainly you can do a lot on your own steam, but you have to be mentored, and also you have to mentor others. So what's the culture like for that in your world?
I have been quite lucky. All my career, whether it's with DBS or my previous institutions, I have got very strong mentors and people who really guide me along the way. Show me, I guess, in some ways the follies of my thinking, in other ways how I can actually do better. So I've got very strong mentors all
Who are some
my
of these
life.
people?
Within DBS Bank, I think I had my chairman, Peter Sia, Piyush, Jeanette, head of IBG. I have Sok Hui, my CFO. In fact, the executive committee, I think they're there to guide me, and there are resources whom I can really tap on. My peers on the management committee as well, we can always talk to each other and really toss around ideas. So you find that I do get a lot of guidance along the way. And on the China board, we have got our independent directors, our other board directors who are also there to share the wisdom with us. So that's something that is important for me in terms of being mentored. In terms of me being a mentor to other people, to younger people in the bank, I think mentoring is quite a time-consuming thing. But I think over my 5-6 years with DBS Bank, I've actually picked certain people along the way that I've actually mentored, spent some time. You really need to carve out time every week, every month to spend time with them to work on some of their weaknesses and to help them build into better leaders. So that's in itself also a commitment.
Okay, I guess in a way one of the first places you made your mark was heading the private equity team. So, what would you see as your sort of key successes there, and how did they happen?
I think for the private equity business, it happened during a rather interesting time because it was right in the middle of before I took on. Obviously, there was some work that I needed to do, but during my 3 years that I was helming that business, we actually encountered the Asian financial crisis. So for the private equity business, it's actually quite a challenging business at that point in time. But I was lucky because we had a very seasoned investment committee. We have very seasoned people in the bank chairing the investment committee, members on the investment committee. So when we are very open to sharing ideas. So I would say that even for when the financial crisis hit us, we were able to weather it very well. We could kind of we actually saw some of the headwinds coming our way, so we kind of pared down some of our positions before the crisis actually hit us. Of course, at some stage, you kind of pare it down, you look at it, and then if the crisis is still not here yet, you kind of look a bit silly sitting on a bit of cash. But on hindsight, I think we were very cautious. We looked at it and we were able to read the signs quite well. So in the 3 years there, we have got, I guess we have got a number of successful investments that we have made, and we've made a lot of money for the bank. But I think more importantly are some of the more, thank God we don't have that many of them, 1 or 2 problematic investments but we were able to work through them through the cycles, and eventually be able to recover 100 cents to a dollar for the bank. So the success is being important, but more important for me and my team is really the not so good cases whereby we really learn through the process and still be able to recover money for the bank.
And you were there till March 2010 when you started heading DBS China.
I effectively handed over in March 2010. That's right.
So what led to that new role from going from private equity to the head of China?
I think there are a few factors. I think one, there was an opportunity in the bank when I guess the incumbent at the time was close to retirement. So the bank actually mapped out a succession plan. I think that's one. More importantly for myself, I think it is also the bank giving me an opportunity to grow. The bank looked at my development, not just within DBS, but in my previous institutions, get a sense that I had quite a wide-ranging exposure for both frontline and back office. So that really helps in terms of looking at country management kind of role. So I think the key factor is really the trust and the confidence that the bank has in giving me this opportunity to have a go at it.
So I guess one of the things that you walked into was the ongoing RBS acquisition, or was that wholly your own baby?
We didn't really walk into it because we were looking. I guess we had many things that I wanted to do because I was just taking over DBS China at that point in time. But we were also looking at ways to grow our businesses inorganically. I think partly also stemming from my own background. Other than the organic piece, I was also very interested in inorganic piece. So that opportunity came up, and we had initial discussions with RBS, and it was quite clear, I guess, from the first few meetings that we had good alignment of minds, and we have good chemistry between both institutions. Both institutions knew where the pressure points were and how to work things out, and we had the confidence to commit time and resources to that. So I think that is a very important part in any inorganic initiative.
So were you there from the initiation of the deal?
Yes, I was right there.
So it all happened very quickly.
It's again what I emphasized previously is on the leadership part, right? It's not just about me alone, but it's really the team, right? How we pull together the team. So we pull together the resources from within China, from head office, from Hong Kong, to look at various aspects of this deal, from the operations to the front line to the deposits to the back office, and was able to really pull everything and string them all together. So it's not just about me. It's really just pulling in the right people and the resources from across the bank group.
Okay. Maybe as a final question, can you maybe give us shed some light on what you might want to do next in China? Clearly, China is an important market for a bank like DBS, but also a difficult market for a foreign bank. So what are some of your challenges and opportunities in that sense?
I think the challenges, I think most foreign banks face the same challenge. We're very small. We may be giants in our own right outside of China, but within China we're small. So we all try to scale up. So challenges in terms of recruiting people, the right people, giving people the right exposures, training, development, making sure that we fully understand the way business is done, the regulations, the ever-changing landscape and environment in China. All those are challenges. I think having said all that, we're all very excited about the vast opportunities that China presents. We are very confident that what we are really looking for is a sustained way of growing our business, our franchise in China. And therefore, when we do that, we will make sure that we control, we have the proper risk and mitigants, the controls, the measures all in place to do that.
Yeah. Are the opportunities mainly, I guess, in the corporate sector with Singapore companies, or are you reaching out to Chinese corporations, or is it more retail?
We are actually firing on all cylinders. So you find on the corporate side, we have actually gone into the SOE as well as the private-owned enterprises, really the local Chinese businesses. Obviously, leveraging on our Asian connectivity, we still do a lot of business with our network clients, the Asian, Singaporean clients, Hong Kong clients, Taiwanese clients. But so on the corporate side, we have that. On the retail side, we have deepened our reach into the high net worth customers in retail. We're also doing a lot more on the treasury markets as well as the global transaction services. So it's actually on all fronts we are trying to grow our businesses in China.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Melvin, for speaking to us today.
Thank you very
Good
much.
luck.
Thank you.
Okay.